be a difficult matchup. Going back to the Western Conference Finals last year, these two home games, you guys have been right there and they've taken it late. What do you take away as you enter now this next stretch of games from the matchup versus Denver, and what about it do you think is something you guys can move on from and assign it to this specific matchup?
Well, first we gotta move on from it. We play every other night, so been ready for a high OKC team. Sac, Milwaukee, all these guys, but the game for them is always one of the last 2-3 minutes of the game. Same action, and they put us in limbo a lot of times with our helps. We had some unfortunate plays. Braun gets stripped, I get stripped. Aaron Gordon gets the rebound, long rebound, turnaround three. Austin shots to help. And Justin Holiday hits a three. So it's like some tough plays for us, but the last couple minutes, they get to their fourth quarter package, and we're either over-helping or not helping enough, and it seems like this team is the one who always make us pay off our mistakes.
AD, you mentioned the fourth quarter package last time. I think you called it the Peja actions. Darvin talked pregame about how you guys went over all that and tried kind of preparing for it. Where do you feel like the breakdowns? I mean, is it, you mentioned overhelping, like kind of knowing it's coming, you guys are prepped for it, but it still happens. I guess how do you kind of assess that?
Well, I think tonight, Cam was in action, Austin and Rui, and they were going to like a double screen. And Cam was just so far behind, because the guys were screening. Rui's trying to help, stay attached to Jokic, and, I'm the help guy. And so when I see, Jamal Murray comes off and he's, open, obviously he's a hell of a basketball player, so you don't want to give him any looks. Because those are two guys who they look for, him first and then Jokic, and vice versa. So try to help, then they hit Jokic, and then Jokic is hitting Aaron Gordon, on the dunk, or he's hitting, their shooters on the weak side. So, just something that, we got to, really go into depth about. We're going to see this team again, and it's not going to be the last time that they get to that package. So, we got to look at the film and see, what happened, and kind of just dissect it and try to get prepared for the next time we see it.
AD, you just mentioned you guys won't be able to see Denver again, at least for the rest of the regular season. I guess how can you take away the lessons from this game and apply it to the next 21 games that you guys have left?
Teams are watching film, which I'm pretty sure they are. You're going to try to exploit the same thing. I think just got to lock in defensively and try to figure out ways that we can be better. On both ends on the floor, honestly, not just the defense end, but offensively, getting to, a package where we can execute, the pick and roll with AR and Braun we've been getting to lately, or if it's D'Lo and Braun, because a lot of teams, don't want to, the big guys don't want to leave my body, so now they're walking to the rim for layups, especially in the fourth quarter. So, but on the defensive end, like I said, we got to look at it and try to figure out, ways that we can be better.
AD, LeBron's at 40,000 points. Do you think the person, or is there a person that can pass that? Have we seen that person, and do they exist, or would it be someone in the future, or will that never happen?
They can pass 40,000 or get to 40,000. You think about, you got to be a young guy. You would think possibly Steph, where he shoots the ball, but it's not. And it's just tough because he's not finished playing. So it's only going to increase, and, that gap is only going to get bigger and bigger. So, I was just telling him in the locker room, like, one, he might have to stop breaking records because we always lose on any time he break a record. And he said the same thing, but then two, anytime he plays, well, I guess this one was more of a milestone than a record. But anytime he plays, like, it's going to be a new milestone every time. So I don't think nobody. I mean, and he went to 8 straight finals. You know, which helps you play longer in the postseason. You know, you're going to keep scoring, and then for him being the number one option on his teams, you know what he's able to do to score. But as of right now, I don't see anybody, you know, breaking his record.
AD, does it feel like you guys are getting closer to getting over the hump with Denver, or because the script has played out similarly as it did in the Western Conference Finals, does it kind of feel like you guys are still trying to answer the same kinds of questions in the last few minutes of the game?
In a sense, because they do the same thing, and they beat us with it every time. So, you know, yes, we're getting closer as far as you know, the first, you know, I guess 42 minutes, you know, or you could say even 44 minutes, right? And then, you know, that last 4 minutes is just them getting to what they get to, and, you know, they make us pay on our mistakes, like I say. You know, granted, you know, they make tough shots, but they get to it every time, and you know what's coming with their great execution team. And, you know, if you make one mistake with Jamal Murray scoring and passing ability, and same with Jokic, and then you have shooters around, you know, Aaron Gordon on the glass, ducking in the smalls if I go help, you know, which they get to a lot with the lob. And then behind that, you put a shooter in that corner. So it's like pick your poison, and they do a great job of making reads.
Last question. AD, can you share some thoughts that you had when you saw LeBron James scoring those 40,000 points?
Yeah, I mean, we knew he was gonna get it. I thought that he missed a free throw on purpose so he can get exactly 40,000. But then he shot a 3, but it looked like he didn't want to shoot it, you know, so he kind of hesitated. But I mean, to be able to score, you know, 40,000, you know, I looked up and just thought, like, that's a lot of buckets, like 40,000 points. And I laughed with Vando and AR. I'm like, I'm trying to get to 20,000, you know, and he's at 40, like double that. So, man, you look at a lot of great players that have played this game, and no one is even close to 40, you know. So, I mean, obviously it's a great moment. Obviously it'd be better if we able to get the win, which sucks, kind of, I don't want to say ruin the moment, but put a little cloud over it. And, you know, but it's definitely a great accomplishment, you know, for a guy like that who guys say that who isn't a scorer, you know, able to get 40,000, the first to ever do it in history. And it's looking like no one's ever going to be able to even get close to it. So, you know, as a friend, as a brother, teammate, you know, I'm definitely, you know, happy for him, and just excited to be able to witness that live.